Hey, hi, and hello. Matt Ink Pyro here. Day number 10 of the Keto Adventure. I've got some things I want to talk about and some other things that I want to address. New subscribers, thank you for subscribing. That is phenomenal. I went from like 1 subscriber to like 40 in 10 days. That is awesome. Keep it out there. Like, share, and subscribe to the videos and to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications. Keep it going. The more we get, the better off I feel. I just want to get it out there, do what we can do. Like, share, and subscribe everywhere. Also, I've got, at the end, I've got an announcement for something that I did last year. And it's something fairly big. And having this channel, I'm going to try to use it to do some more good in the world. That being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into what today's vlog is about. I want to talk about something that some of us do, some of us partially do, and some of us don't do at all. And that is holding yourself accountable. I had a friend of mine that is kind of in a bad spot right now and is blaming everybody but where the actual problem lies. And the problem with doing that is your problems never get better if you do that. And it's not just about problems. It's about bad stuff and good stuff. Hold yourself accountable for the messed up things that you do, and hold yourself accountable for the good things you do as well. That way, it kind of evens itself out, and then, one eventually will outweigh the other. I hold myself accountable every day, and for about the past 6 months is when I learned how to do this, and Amy actually taught me this, to hold yourself accountable for everything that you do, even including on this keto diet. I want to hold myself accountable for the good things that I've done, but also the bad. Luckily, I haven't had too many bad yet. I actually haven't had anything bad. I did some dirty keto stuff that I probably shouldn't have done, but it still stayed within my macros. I haven't slipped yet, which is cool. And 10 days without slipping, I call that a victory. Considering what I was eating to what I'm eating now. And I'm holding myself accountable for when I do slip up. I'm not going to say, oh, it was stress, or it was, I was having a rough day, or whatever. No, let's face it, I wanted to eat the chicken nugget, or I wanted to eat the hoagie or the piece of chocolate cake. I don't want to right now, but eventually I'm sure it will get there. I also hold myself accountable for my accident. I hold myself accountable for a lot of the bad stuff that I did when I was growing up. But you're talking 42 years of being on the earth. I'm going to have a list of bad things and a list of good things. But hold yourself accountable. That's the key here. If you can't hold yourself accountable, then you can't get through. I think it makes me a better person. And being able to point my finger at me and go, you're the reason that this is happening to you. You're the reason you didn't pay your bills this month because you thought it would be more fun to go on a road trip. Or you're the reason that, that this event took place because you pushed it and you took it by the reins and made the schedule for it, It goes both ways. So definitely hold yourself accountable for the things that you do, both good and bad. I see a lot of people doing this pay it forward thing where, let's say you're standing in line at a restaurant and you pay for the person's meal that's the next person that comes up. Or you're standing at the gas pumps and you're like, hey, here's an extra 20, throw it on the next person that walks through the door. Or, we have the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. One of my favorite things to do was to pay for the people behind me. It might only be $4 for the toll. But that's going to make that person's day, you know? Oh my God, somebody paid for my toll bridge? Cool. Now, have I ever had anybody pay my toll bridge? No. But that's not what it's about. It's about a random act of kindness, regardless how little or how big it may be, can brighten someone's day and can take them from being in a bad mood and bad energy to a great mood and great energy, knowing that there's somebody out there that still does this kind of stuff, and you read about it all the time. I personally, I think it's great that people are doing it. I've heard stories where a waitress or a delivery driver will get $1,000 tip. Well, it's not $1,000 tip just to give them $1,000. To a waitress or to a delivery driver, that $1,000 tip is almost life-changing. They can fix their car, they can pay their bills, they can have a little bit of money, a little bit of leeway for that money, and that's phenomenal. Now, to somebody who's, say, a CEO of a major company, that $1,000 they could care less about. But it would still make them happy to get it, I mean, $1,000, $100. I'd be happy to get $50 sometimes. But it's just stuff like that. Those little random acts of kindness, those little drops in a bucket actually add up. And if nothing else, you feel good. And hopefully they take that gift that they've been given and pass it on in one form or another. Pay for someone's meal. Pay for someone's, if they have 2 items that stand in line at the grocery store, pay for it. Just little stuff like that. And it could make the difference between, believe it or not, someone going through a lot of bad stuff to going very happy very quickly. And I think it's imperative that we as human beings do stuff like that for each other. It doesn't have to be all the time. You don't have to do it constantly. Once a week. You got $5 extra in your pocket, pay for that guy's coffee. You got $30 in your pocket, go get a couple dozen donuts at Dunkin' or Krispy Kreme or wherever, and take them to your local firehouse and be like, hey, I was thinking about you guys. Thanks for keeping us safe here. Do stuff like that. Which brings me to my next thing. Last year I did a drive, actually it was more of a collection, for basically boxes for the homeless. And I say homeless, it's anybody in need really, but more geared towards people that are actually living on the street. Now these are adults mostly, thank goodness, because kids living on the streets is actually a horrible, horrible thing. And I will do anything to stop that, anything in my power. But the adults, some of them choose to live that way. And that's fine for the ones that choose it. Some of them have no choice. So, in light of seeing this, now I live about 40 minutes outside of D.C. and about an hour outside of Baltimore, where both places are just riddled with homeless. And unfortunately, a lot of them have some type of mental illness that is hindering them from functioning. And yes, we have homes and nursing homes and assisted living and all that covers that. But these people have nobody else to call. Or their loved ones don't know where they're at. Or, there could be some other extending circumstances. We don't know. So what I did was right around, it was a couple months before Thanksgiving actually, I started taking a collection. This collection included, but wasn't real limited to, everything from donations of money to all the way down to physical stuff. Toiletries, socks, underwear, blankets, bottles of water, MRE meals, and the idea, totes, big plastic totes, well not big, but plastic totes, to keep everything dry and out of the weather. And I collected all this stuff, and we put these boxes together. Now, unfortunately, fortunately, we raised about $300. Unfortunately, we only could make 18 boxes with that $300. And there's so much more that needs to be done. This is a start, though. It was a starting point for what I'm doing this year. I'm going to start running my drive now. I want to collect a plethora of blankets, and they don't have to be real expensive blankets. Used ones are fine as long as they're clean and in good shape. I want blankets from like the little $3 ones from Walmart work great. The little fleece ones, real soft and warm. I want those. The more of those we can get, the better off we are. I want to get. I'm going to take monetary donations through Facebook as well. Through Facebook, whatever it was, fundraiser, and I'm purchasing cases of MREs. If people want to purchase cases of MREs and send them here, that will work as well. We need socks. We need underwear, both male and female. We need cases of water, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, feminine hygiene products, anything like that. Anything that the shelters aren't really providing. One of the hardest things for a shelter to provide is socks. Because, A, you wear them out very quickly, especially if you're out on the streets. If we can pack a pack of socks, or at least 5 pair in one of these totes, that's awesome. Pack a couple pair of underwear. I mean, that make you feel like a new person after wearing underwear for 3 weeks. I mean, not that I've ever worn my underwear for 3 weeks, but just saying. It's just one of those things, just an observation. But the more we can get, the better off we are. My goal is set at 50 boxes this year. I did 18 last year. I want to do 50 this year. If we can go over 50, that's even better. I will give you guys the address and everything on the fundraiser site as soon as I set it up. I want to start as early as I can, so by like the week before Thanksgiving, right as it really starts to turn cold, is when I want to go distribute these boxes. Now, I'm not giving these boxes to shelters and stuff. I am physically, me, my wife, my kids, are physically taking them around and giving them out. Last year I worked with another person that actually put the boxes together for me and everything. It worked well. The goal was for us to go out and do it. My kids are, they're giving up part of their money that we would normally spend on them for the holiday season to help with these boxes. And it was up to them. I mean, it wasn't something I had said. Actually, my eldest said, I'm not worried about it, put it into the boxes. Now, of course, I still got him stuff for the holidays, but at the same time, it was one of those things where, wow, really, it made an impact on me. So we want to do that, hats, gloves. I'm thinking of all the other stuff that we can get. All that stuff in a small tote would matter the world to people that live out on the street. So I want to get that set up. I want to start taking donations. I will set up a P.O. box very soon for donations to be sent to. Or if I can't do the P.O. box thing, I'm just going to have them sent. I'll give you guys my address. I don't care if someone shows up and knocks on my door. But the idea is to get as much of this stuff as we can. So, again, subscribing, and sharing these videos is going to help get the word out more to be able to do this. I don't want canned goods. They can go to the food bank to get canned goods. MREs are probably the best thing that I can think of. They're high calorie. They have heaters in them, so they can have a hot meal. And you don't know how, well, you might know how good a hot meal on a really cold day is, or a hot cup of coffee on a really cold day, or and that's kind of the idea. So I think I'm just about done for today. Sorry it was so short. I had a longer vlog actually planned out, but I got all the information and this. So please subscribe, and share. Ring the bell for notifications, definitely. Let's get the word out about this drive. My next video, I will actually have the Facebook donation site set up to where people can donate money if they want to. Any amount, doesn't matter. And I'll also have a place, I'll have an address that the stuff can be sent to. It'll just, I guess it'll just be sent to my home address. But the more we can get, the better off we are. I want to really build it up this year. 50 boxes is the goal. So let's shoot for that. Let's shoot for over that. These people need our help. These are veterans. They're people with mental illness. They need our help. Let's give it to them. Let's put our money where our mouth is. We know right where everything's going. We know right where the money's going, right where the product's going, straight to the people that need it. Please share these videos. So, all that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Get healthy, get happy, and I will talk to you later.